Hey guys, it's Blue here with another yoga snack. This evening we have 15 minutes of bedtime yoga to get you super relaxed and chilled out and melting into the mattress. So let's get straight into it. Okay, so we're going to start off in a reclining position. Now, I highly recommend having a folded up blanket or a cushion or a towel or something to elevate the back of the head on, just to maximize your comfort. And then make your way down into a reclining position, of course, and just start to settle yourself in. Start to make sure you're as comfortable and as relaxed as possible. And settle into your space. We're winding down for the day, so we really want to minimize the effort and maximize comfort and relaxation. So those little movements might be really small. It might be just shifting your hips around a little bit. It might be spreading your toes out. We might even close the eyes here. Let the eyes soften back into the skull. Let the jaw soften. Let the throat soften. And then what we're going to do is walk our hands down to the soft part of our abdomen, down towards our navel, and rest our hands on our belly here. And often you'll hear me talk about breathing into the chest and creating energy by breathing up into the chest and expanding and all of that. Well, we're going to do pretty much the opposite to that this evening. We're going to be breathing into the belly. We're going to be creating a sense of relaxation and calm by just breathing into the belly. So we might start by just taking some soft breaths and sort of noticing where those breaths are. If you're in a calm and relaxed state, then you're probably already breathing into the belly anyway, so you might just notice it rising and falling. If you feel your ribs expanding with your breath, then you might just start to bring your awareness of breath down below the ribs. And maybe put a small amount of effort into just sort of breathing into the belly and feeling the soft part of the body expand and contract. And we don't want to get too carried away with the effort here. Sometimes we can sort of get caught up in trying to do something. Just allow yourself to relax in and you'll feel the body start to breathe into the belly. This is the least energetically taxing way to breathe, so we're not really moving much of the body at all. So when you feel the belly expanding and contracting, your ribs are probably barely moving at all at this point. And this is how we sleep, this is how we breathe when we rest. And as you breathe in, imagine that energy sort of drawing down towards the pelvis here instead of expanding into the organs a little bit. For that nice sort of abdominal stretch. It's almost like an internal yawn. Like you're blowing up a balloon down towards your pelvis. Like you're trying to fill that space with air. And on your next exhale, what we're going to do is a really passive and really pleasant sort of variation on an Ujjayi breath. We're going to breathe out through the mouth, but create a nice whispering sound. So we're sort of going to breathe off the end of our tongue. We're going to breathe in through the nose, feel the belly swell. Then just let the breath just sort of fall off or fall out of the mouth. And it's really nice because you can just let the jaw sort of relax as well. You might even roll the jaw around a little bit and just soften any muscles in there. Good. We're going to maintain that breath and start to take a little bit of movement. So on your next exhale, we're going to bring the knees in towards the body and just start to do some circles in opposite directions with the knees here. And once again, we're looking just to release those parts of the body that take up all the tension, that do most of the work during the day. And a lot of that is our hips and our lower back and our shoulders. So we're actually moving all of these areas now. We're rotating the shoulders by lifting them and drawing them down into the mat. And we're rotating the knees and the hips, obviously. Creating a nice little sort of pulsing in the lower back as we lengthen and shorten the areas in the front and back body. Continue with your breath, breathing out through the mouth. Find that beautiful inhale, feel the belly swell. And we'll come back in the opposite direction now. Perfect. And just keep it going for a little while. You don't have to time breath with movement or anything, or get anything too perfect. Keep that softening of the face happening as well. Perfect. Then we're just going to lower the soles of the feet down, walk the feet out really nice and wide, expand the arms out to the side as best you can. You might have hands on the ribs, and that's fine as well. And just rock the knees over to the right hand side. Reach out through the left fingertips here. You can even guide the chin out towards the fingertips as well, or the left fingertips. Give yourself gentle pressure through the left heel to lift that left hip a little bit. And then we'll come back up. And rocking over. Deep breath into the belly. Just letting all the tension go, letting it all fall away. Deep breath in. We'll take a couple of breaths here, let yourself settle in. And really practice intuitively here. So if you need to take longer, or if you need to come out of the pose before my cues, you're most welcome to. Really let the weight of your body take control. Really let yourself melt in. And we'll come back up. We're not counting breaths, we're not getting too carried away, we're just sort of allowing things to happen. And I recommend picking the skull up and turning yourself over so you're not kinking into the neck too much or anything, you're sort of twisting the head. And just let yourself settle in. Maintain this real soft Ujjayi breath. Feel your belly swell. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And we'll come back up now. And then just bring the hands back to the lower ribs. Heel toe the feet into a neutral position here. And I'm just going to place my right foot on top of my left foot. And I'm just going to gently rock the right foot over. Give myself a nice big opening out over the right side body here. And once again, reach the right hand out. And coming back up, just introducing those movements to the body. Having go on the left side. Noticing what one side feels like in comparison to the other. And then coming back up and releasing. Right foot on top of the left knee, rocking over. And you might place the sole of the foot on a cushion or something like that. Or you can just let it sort of hang in the air or whatever works for you. It doesn't matter too much. You can shift yourself around to make it a little bit more compatible for yourself if you like. We're going to take 5 belly breaths here. Remembering to breathe out through the mouth. If you like, if it's working for you. Just let the jaw sort of swing open. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhaling. Do one more. I think that's 5. Inhale. And we're going to come back up to a neutral position. So as passively as possible, we're actually just going to pick this right knee up. First, place that right foot back down. The left hip will follow, and then stack the left heel on top of the right knee, and let's take our twist. And we might just reach out over the left side body. If you need to shuffle yourself around a little bit, reappropriate the pose a little bit to make it work for you, that's cool. Taking 5 breaths here. Breathing into the belly, feeling it swell. Feel all the weight fall out of your body. Maybe another 1 or 2 breaths. Not counting it, not getting too caught up in it. Long exhale. And then gently lift this left leg away. Let the right hip follow. And then just let the knees stack in towards or fall in towards one another. From here, we're just going to reach the hands up overhead. And bend the elbows and just do some nice oscillations into the arms. And taking your time, take a deep breath in and reach up. I'm not doing too many of those. Just letting any tension fall out of the shoulders. And we'll come back in the opposite direction. And then finally bring the knees in towards the body and bring the hands up overhead. Bring hands to knees and gently draw the knees in towards the lower ribs. Give yourself a gentle rock from side to side. Take a deep breath into the belly. Feel the belly press against the upper thighs. Release the hands, open the mouth, take a big exhale. One more of those, inhaling. And a long exhale. Let yourself settle in here. It's your final savasana. Let go of your breath and you'll notice it slowing down to the point where it's almost silent. And then just let everything fall away. Let everything that's happening outside of your body fall away. Imagine you're just floating in a sea of stillness. And there's no up or down or left or right. You're just weightless and nowhere, with nothing to interfere. And all tension has disappeared now. Everything is just melting away. And you're just consciousness now, you're just floating. And just let yourself sit in that moment for a while. Just floating in a sea of stillness. And stay here for as long as you need to. Just indulging in that beautiful sense of relaxation, that beautiful feeling of nothingness, but everythingness as well. And once again, this session's going to come to an end, but you're welcome to stay for as long as you like.